Hi guys, today's video marks the start of a new car buying guide series that focuses on the ownership experience of a specific car model. So each episode I will be inviting a guest to share with us his or her experience owning a particular car. We will ask the guest what attracted him or her to that car in the first place. How has the ownership experience been like? How much has he or she spent on that car? What are some of the common problems that he or she encountered during the ownership of the vehicle? So in today's episode, we will be focusing on the BMW X5, specifically the X5 xDrive40e plug-in hybrid from the third generation model. Now, the third generation X5, or codename F15, was launched in Malaysia back in 2014. At that time, it was available with a pair of 3-liter powertrains, petrol or diesel. Both of them are priced above 500,000 ringgit. But in 2016, BMW launched the xDrive40e plug-in hybrid that not only gave the option of a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, but also a much lower price of 388,000 ringgit. So powering this X5 xDrive40e is BMW's 2-liter N20 engine mated with an electric motor that is sandwiched between the engine and transmission. Net system output of this setup, 313 horsepower, 450 Newton meters of torque. This model was on sale in Malaysia from 2016 to 2019, and at present used car values are ranging from 165,000 to 280,000 ringgit.
When I switched to Pro Mileage, in my case, I got 46-47% of savings for that car.
Pro Mileage was the only one that gave me 5,000 extra value to cover, yet still cheaper, a lot less. A lot
Turn
less.
up!
So for today's video, I'll be speaking with Gary, who owns a 2019 X5 that he bought brand new from Auto Bavaria and is now clocked 40,000 kilometers of use.
I used to run a lot of retail marketing program. Right now, I'm still very active with it. Retail marketing programs with supermarkets and hypermarkets, where you actually, it's a form of loyalty program, short-term loyalty program. I'm sure you come across where you go to a Giant or an Aeon, when you spend 30 ringgit, they give you a stamp, a sticker from the cashiers. And you collect those stickers in a booklet or leaflet, and then you redeem Jamie Oliver or some branded knives, or Pyrex or footwear. So I've been doing that business for the past 20 years. I mean, first 15 years, I was working for the global company, and the last 7 years is my own company. So it's on a regional basis. During the lockdown, everybody, don't know what to do. So I took that time, my partner Khalid and myself, actually, we took that 3 months of lockdown. We actually did something. We went online. We went and set up an e-commerce platform. So today, after 1 year of operation, in fact, next month, July, will be the first year anniversary of the platform, called My Cooking Story. We actually supply kitchenware directly B2C. When the lockdown happens, we saw there's a rise in online shopping for kitchenware because there are a lot of new home cooks. People have no choice but to cook at home. So we took the opportunity to set up My Cooking Story, where the website is not just selling cookware, but it's a heaven for new home cooks. We provide solution to the new home cooks of our era. So it's born out of COVID, this My Cooking Story.
So guys, I'm flashing the URL down there below the screen. You can also putting it in the description section. Go check it out. Gary's page, mycookingstory.com. So that's the story about Gary. But let's come and talk about his car.
Okay. First of all, I bought the car in 2019, July. At that time, I was driving it was to replace my Range Rover Evoque, which I had it for 3 years. I bought it Recon. So I had a lot of issue with the Evoque. You know, like the car, once the car reached 6 years, the 6th year, right? So a lot of issue. I've been fixing the car for a few months already. And at that time, I was looking at the Volvo XC90. That's my first option, to be very frank. But because Auto Bavaria gave me an offer that I cannot refuse, now being a businessman, always very calculative on numbers. So it's a no-brainer lah. I took the X5 out of practical reason. Not really a car guy, but I bought it out of practical consideration lah, you know. Well, first of all, contrary to a lot of conversation I see in the group chat on 40E, they say that there are a lot of issues, this, that. Maybe I have not reached that stage yet, but I did not face a single issue in the last 2 years of ownership. The car runs perfectly, and now I'm on my almost close to 40,000 mileage already after 2 years. And so far, when I service my car, I try to look for a complaint so that full warranty by BMW, so you need to come and really think of anything to complain, right? I can't. I didn't have a single complaint every time, and I'm disappointed.
so to put some context for the people watching, right? What is your usage pattern of the car like? Like, is it a lot of long distance traveling, or just within city, or is it like for your wife to do the school run? What sort of travel patterns is the car subject to?
So the car has gone through a few phases. When I bought it, the time for the first year, I use it around the city for my work, for my appointments. So it's like very high mileage in the first year. And in fact, when I bought it, that time I was still staying in a condo, no chance to actually charge it. It's always on petrol, and then it recharged by itself, things like that. So not able to fully utilize the EV. And I did not bother to charge it in the shopping mall. I'm not a believer in looking for that space and try to charge. I don't do that. So in the first year, it's purely on petrol, and the mileage was quite high. If it's purely on petrol, right? So one tank, maybe I can even get only 550 km, things like that. So anyway, that was the first year. Then second year, I moved to Bandar Rimbayu, which is 20 kilometers away from my office, and it's 30 kilometers away, 35 kilometers away from the city. So I still continue to use the car, but build more mileage, but I'm able to charge. And then
so you charge the car at home daily, lah?
I charge the home daily whenever possible. So even during the weekend, I go out to the shop on Kota Komuning nearby. It's all on electric. So I begin to fully utilize the EV, and I have the wall charger, built into my house car porch, and I'm able to actually utilize the EV fully. So I end up actually easily getting 1,000 to 1,200 kilometers per tank.
So basically, right, so you have a clear pattern, right? When you switch from not charging to charging daily, you halve your fuel consumption.
Half my fuel consumption.
Right?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
funny thing is I'm quite OCD on this thing. I try to break that record. Every time I said, okay, my record is 1,100 kilometers. I try to break it. I'm not sure why. Just OCD,
sometimes it's good to have this kind of distraction, right? And the thing is, I've always felt this about PHEVs. If you do a lot of short distance commutes, it's great because, right, let's say like if you are traveling within a 10-kilometer radius of your house, like you're supposed to be right now in this lockdown time where you're not supposed to venture beyond 10 kilometers. Basically, you can actually power your commute. Let's say you go to the near convenience store and come back without burning a single drop of petrol.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Right.
since June 1st, right, I have not burned a single cent of petrol.
And the other thing is, I feel that when you go on, when let's say, like, for example, you go shopping mall, the most fuel sapping part of the whole journey is when you are in the parking lot, slowly looking for parking. So if that phase of the travel is taken over by the electric motor, you're using zero fuel,
Yes.
right? Your fuel, in a way, is put into better use.
And it's perfect because in the car park where it's suppressed, right, the air ventilation, you always feel good that you are not contributing to the poor quality of the air or whatever. So you have children in the car park sometimes. So I always feel very good driving this car in a car park where I can completely switch to electricity mode, and play my part into not contributing to any pollution for our kids. So
because as we know, right, when fuel consumption, right, of our cars, right, is actually quite low when we are traveling at constant speed. When we are traveling on open road, our cars are quite fuel efficient. It's when we stop the traffic jam, crawling in the parking lot, go over speed bump, and then pick up speed. That is when the car draws wastes the most amount of fuel. Right.
Correct.
So actually,
the third phase of
you were saying?
Sorry. So the final phase, the current usage of the car now has changed again. I actually bought 2 old cars, and I'm using the 2 old cars as daily now. So the car now, I left it with my wife. My wife used it and to send my daughter to preschool. Obviously now, during lockdown, but just send to preschool, go around Kota Kemuning, buy certain things. And now is even, I find myself pumping the petrol every 2 months, not even once a month. So now the mileage has become very low, low usage now.
I mean, actually, electric vehicles, PHEVs are great for short distance commutes.
Yes.
Great for short distance.
Especially if you have the wall unit. Every time you use in the morning, you come back, you pump, you charge again. 3 hours later, it's full again. So if you go out around 9 something to the market, you come back around 10. Then by 1 o'clock, you go and fetch your daughter. It's fully charged again. So you come back and charge again. Evening, you want to go out and buy dinner. It's fully charged again. So there's no chance for you to use a single drop of petrol.
Marvelous. Artificial intelligence skin.
So a lot of the complaints that I have read about the 40e is all sorts of electrical gremlins, various sort of electronic problems, and of course the engine itself, the N20 engine, has known issues with the timing chain or the timing chain guide. And the funny thing is, the X540e is the only 2-liter plug-in hybrid from BMW that use the N20 engine, because everything else after that, the 330e, 530e, the 740e, all use the B48. The X5 is the only one that still used the N20. So these are the commonly reported problems by X540e owners, and you have not faced any of it.
Touch wood, I have not faced any problem. I'm on almost 40,000 kilometer. Nothing. I also saw a lot of complaints on the suspension, the air suspension on the rear. Everything just drops, and you see that it's flat suspension. But mine so far, touch wood, is still okay. And some people, of course, complain about the batteries, things like that. But I bought the extension of the warranty because original warranty was for 5 years. I bought another 2 years of warranty, 3 years of warranty. So altogether, I have 8 years warranty on the battery. I add another 2,200 ringgit. Yeah.
Hey, that's a very, very worthwhile purchase, if you ask me. Now, like all BMW cars sold in Malaysia at that time, the X540e comes with a 5-year unlimited mileage warranty and free service package. Now, this year, 2021, is when the 2016 cars are just coming out of their warranty period. But fret not, if the example that you're looking at has less than 140,000 kilometers on the odometer, there is always EvoClub extended warranty to provide you with added protection. The only catch, however, is that the coverage does not apply to the hybrid components of the vehicle, but rest of the car gets the same level of protection as per the regular X5. Price of the warranty is also as per the regular X5 shown here on screen. But if the hybrid system is an area of concern for you, BMW Malaysia specifically covered that section with an 8-year, 160,000 kilometer warranty.
Nothing, zero. You know what, BMW is 5-year full service, all free, right?
Yeah,
so I didn't, you know why? Because you see, I used to have BMWs, all right?
Yeah.
So even though they give you free service, they will actually service your car based on the what do you call, condition-based service, right? They have a electronic sensor to sense whether you should change your oil, blah blah blah, things like that. So for me, I'm used to not following their thing. Halfway, I will change one round of oil outside. You know, like for example, if it's 12,000, I will change at 6,000 outside one time. And then 12,000, I bring back to the service center. That's what I do last time when I have BMWs. But this BMW, I was thinking, at first I thought maybe I want to follow this pattern also, but no. Later I realized, right, if I have the car for 6,000, I run for 6,000 km. 40% of the time of the 6,000 km is on electric. The engine was not started. So what's the point of me actually servicing outside, is it? So I just follow the condition based on 12,000, 13,000. I service one time in Auto Bavaria. So that's good enough.
Actually, you're right, you know, because in your in a way, right, the electric motor actually steps in for it helps reduce the load of the petrol engine. It helps take, you know, power for the petrol engine in this from the heavy loads. So in a way, the petrol engine is not as physically stressed compared to a regular car.
Not only that, because my pattern of driving is I don't actually use hybrid. I actually use full electric in the morning. Now, full electric in the morning, I make sure I went up to all the way down to 20% battery left. Then I switch back to engine on the highway. Then on the highway, once I reach office, I managed to recharge the car back to 35%, something like that. Then I just switch between full electric and full petrol. So that's why I'm quite pretty sure 40% of the mileage is on electric, because that's my pattern of driving.
Actually, the best, in a way, right, if you can really dictate the usage, the best is the electric motor to handle the stop-go conditions, and the engine to handle the highway driving, because your battery can't carry enough charge for highway driving, right? So highway driving, the easy one, the engine can take care of it. It's the stop-go traffic, the parking lots, you know, all those the motor really comes in handy.
Yeah, that's how I've been using the car. I mean, fully utilizing the car.
I'm just curious, how much does your recharging of the car impact your electricity bill?
I don't see any difference. I mean, at first, sometimes I don't. During lockdown, it's a good example. If during lockdown I'm not using the car, when I look at my electricity bill, there's no difference compared to when I charge it daily.
Now, based on current market values, the cost of insuring the X540e plug-in hybrid is anywhere between 4,600 to 7,600 ringgit before NCD and add-ons. If you insure with EvoClub Insurance, you stand to save anywhere between 1,800 to 3,000 ringgit. So let's find out from Gary if he has insured his X5 with EvoClub Insurance.
This car is due for renewal end of this month.
Yeah.
And I'm planning to actually renew it under EvoClub Insurance.
Thank you for support. Got quote ready?
I actually got the quote. It's about 1,948 or something like that. Can't remember the exact amount,
Okay.
but compared to my another quote from another insurance, my previous insurance, my previous insurance is about 3,400 plus. So there's a saving of 1,500 ringgit just on this car alone.
Oh, great.
Especially now, low mileage, right? I told you, right? The current usage is just for my wife sending
Yeah.
the daughter to school,
Yeah.
which is 2 kilometers away.
Correct.
That's it.
Correct.
So it's perfect for me. It's perfect for me. This 5K,
Wow.
5,000 km. Yeah. Thank you,
1,005.
EvoClub. I insured my S5, my wife's car S5 last month itself with Evo. So this is the X5 is my second car to insure.
Yeah.
So S5 I insured for 1,000. For I think if I'm not mistaken, is also 1,400 ringgit. It's 1,400 ringgit. 1,400 ringgit. Compared to my normal insurance, which is supposed to be 2,400 or something like that. So that one saved 1,000 ringgit.
But all this right is after deduct your NCD and plus some.
Yes, after deduct my it is net against net lah.
What add-ons do you tambah any add-ons to your policy?
I only tambah add-ons on the windscreen because to me I always have problem with windscreen. I drive very fast. so I normally will get stone chips in case the stone chip is so big. In fact, I have another 3 cars also all lining up in the next few months. One by one I'm going to go for Evo Insurance.
Yes, wow, it would be great, right? After you renew your 5th car, then you come back and tell us how much your net savings across all 5 cars.
I calculated already.
How much?
About 3,000. Almost close to 3,200. So if I spread my usage amongst all the 5 cars, I can actually possible for me to maintain 5,000 each car. Then I really save that 3,000.
Okay, Gary, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
It's been great chatting with you. So hope to catch you in person after all this is over. All right, maybe I'll see you again on this channel to get you to share your experience share with our audience your experience with some of your other cars. And
no problem.
Okay. Anyways, take care, bro. Stay safe.
Take care. Stay safe. Stay safe. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay guys, thank you for joining us today. Hope this video has been useful to you, especially if you are in the market for a used BMW X5 plug-in hybrid. So if any of you have any requests on any car that you would like me to feature in this segment, drop me a line in the comment section below. Or if you like to be featured and share your ownership experience of your car, do drop me a line in the comment section below as well. So as always, the saying of our times, take care out there, guys. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next video. And hit the subscribe button.